gained over 600,000 subscribers on his YouTube page within 12 months.
About 11 months ago when my channel started blowing up, and it hit 44 million views. At that time I had 50,000 subscribers, and from that one short, it got me to 200K.
And today we're gonna learn exactly how he did it. Welcome to Niche Hacks. We have Oko Dre, also known as Andre, here with us today. We wanna pick your brain. We wanna learn exactly how you grew your page to over 600,000 subscribers so that someone that's watching can learn to replicate your success. Can you tell us about your best performing video?
So my best performing video was about 11 months ago when my channel started blowing up, and it hit 44 million views. I generated 1.6 million in a long form video.
So this short form, 44 million views. How many subscribers did you gain from that one video?
Well, at that time I had 50,000 subscribers, and from that one short, it got me to 200K.
From that moment, it sounds like your page just went like this.
Yeah, I knew I had something special, so I continued to make similar content like that, and my channel just continued to grow.
Wow, okay. So now this question is like probably my biggest question. I'm pretty sure a lot of viewers have the same one. How in the world do YouTubers actually generate revenue?
So first up, it's ad revenue through YouTube.
On one of your top videos, can you tell us like how much did you generate?
I think it's over $10,000 for 1.6 million views.
Okay, so YouTube is paying on the ad spend. What else?
So you can get brand deals. I work with an agency where they send me offers from companies like DraftKings, which I work for, SeatGeek, and even Manscaped. Like right now, they're reaching out to me to work with me.
Why did you even decide to launch a YouTube page?
So I actually started 5 years ago, and it was a fitness channel. I was actually in really good shape at that time, and I was looking into like a fitness channel because there's a lot of fitness YouTubers that motivated me to create content for YouTube. Then I realized it was very competitive and very hard, and I just got overwhelmed and I quit. And then I started playing NBA 2K, and it's a basketball game, and there's like this virtual card collecting game, and where you collect cards and you make virtual currency to buy these cards.
How long ago was this?
This was 3 years ago. And
so you took a two-year break, basically. You tried it, didn't work. And I'm pretty sure there's someone watching right now. They're like, oh, I tried 2 years ago as well.
Yeah.
Is this my time to restart? So essentially you're saying you got to figure out what your superpower is and what your niche is going to be.
Yeah.
So how did you select that specific niche?
Well, because I saw that people weren't really making that much currency, so I knew that I had an upper hand. And people loved it so much that they started subscribing. My first video got almost 1,000 views, which was impressive. I was like, whoa. I remember gaining 100 subscribers within the first week. I got monetized within the first month of doing YouTube.
So you started your page 3 years ago. Today you have over 600,000 subscribers. What was the biggest obstacle to that like hockey stick moment?
So the mode was slowly dying, and we're losing viewers, and my revenue was dropping, and this was about this time last year, and I was only making $12 in revenue a day, so my channel was dead. I looked into making more creative content, something that's more evergreen, that can appeal to a wider audience, because the niche I was in was so small that it wasn't targeting a large audience. It wasn't getting pushed. I decided to alter the game by creating mods, by making players giant, small, adding superheroes in the NBA. My channel just blew up.
I was just checking your channel the other day, and I saw Mr. Beast playing ball now too. What's happening in that video?
Yeah, so Mr. Beast is now partnered with the Charlotte Hornets, and he has like his brand on their jerseys and on their court. And with that news coming out, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make Mr. Beast a giant. Since people love the giant videos, it's getting like, I don't know, it's crazy. I've never had a long form grow at this rate. In the past like 48 hours, it got over 600,000 views. Like it's insane.
What do you think is gonna reach by that?
It could stop tomorrow. It could continue to grow to 5 mil. Like it could be my best performing video ever. Like my best performing long form is 1.6. This could very much pass it.
So it sounds like what you did is you took someone that's already popular on YouTube, Mr. Beast, you took some recent news, and you took whatever data you already had for what's been working, like a giant, and you just try to make a viral video. So you're following the data. Do you check stats like every day?
Yeah, I'm on analytics all day. Every day I look at which videos are performing, which are not, and if the ones that are not performing, I never do that style again. So I only do what's working, and I make sure the content I make, I'm passionate about and I love, because if you don't like your content, the viewers will notice.
So what advice would you give to a creator right now, or potential creator, that's like, I want to start a YouTube page. I don't have no idea what to create content about. Like if you were to like summarize advice for them, like how to pick their niche, what would you say?
Number one, make sure the niche has a large target audience. Because if you're, let's say you're passionate about knitting and there's not a lot of big audience for knitting, you're not gonna see the growth that you want. Now, if you're comfortable with, a couple thousand, that's fine. But if you wanna reach a larger audience, hit the millions, you wanna find something that is a larger niche that appeals to a wider audience, and make sure that you're passionate about it. Because if you're not passionate about it, you will get burnt out. All you gotta do next is just find your niche. Find what you wanna make. Then you wanna do your research. You wanna see what other channels are doing in that niche and what's making them so successful, and use that as inspiration and share your passion with YouTube. That's all you gotta do. And as you upload, you're gonna learn. The best way to have a gradual growth and be a good YouTuber is you want to learn how to improve your content with each upload. You upload a video, okay, I didn't like this, I'm not going to do that next time. Oh, this thumbnail could have done better. You always want to improve by like 1%, and you just always want to level up your game. Even now, like I look at videos 3 months ago, I'm like, man, I improved. You always want to look at your content and say, yeah, I'm actively improving, because if you're not improving, you're never going to grow. You always want to learn to improve as a whole, as a creator, as better thumbnails, better titles, better hooks, better storytelling. Like everything matters. It's a puzzle. Once you have the puzzles together, you're gonna see a really massive growth. I started with a MacBook, literally. I started with a MacBook, and I didn't even use a microphone. I used the internal microphone, and I can show you right here. This is my first video. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen and play it.
Yo, it's Oko Dre here again, and I have a crazy glitch.
In contrast, can you just show us one of like that top performing video? We want to see the contrast between like the sound now and between like the style.
Today, I'll be scoring with the greatest player of all time in every sport, but who's the GOAT of them all?
I mean, that was a huge difference.
Yeah.
Sound, I think sound was one of the biggest things that I noticed. And obviously just the graphics. It just looks so much more professional.
Yeah.
It's clean, you know where to look. Now that we know how to get started, what if someone is watching, they've been running their channel for maybe a year or two, kind of like where you were, 2 years ago or 11 months ago. What advice would you give for them if they're just stuck?
If you're stuck, you got to do research. You have to. Knowledge is everything. Learn from other creators, ask questions. So if you understand how YouTube works, you're going to know what to upload.
And it's, I've actually checked a lot of pages, various YouTube accounts, and it seems like the creators who have success today, early on, they're just trying a lot of different styles, and all of a sudden one video just blew up and they just followed that style.
Yeah.
So is that something that you would do as well?
I heard this saying a lot, just upload every day, and wait for a video to hit. YouTube now is a lot more competitive than it was 3 years ago. Everybody's a YouTuber. You really want to have like a game plan on what is working now, because videos that performed well 2 years ago might not perform now. It's gonna be a miracle if you just like upload a video every day and hope and pray that it's gonna blow up. It doesn't work that way.
So, one word that a lot of creators use or throw around is the word algorithm. In light of this question, like how do I find success? Someone new is trying to get a breakthrough. Like any like tips and tricks around the word algorithm?
Yeah, so a lot of people think the algorithm is against you. It's actually for you. YouTube actually wants you to succeed, but the algorithm is not gonna pick up your video if it's the same as anyone else's. Number one, you gotta find videos that are for the audience, but you wanna enjoy it at the same time. So in the end, the algorithm favors, in my opinion, the audience. So if the audience loves your content and they're interacting in the comments, like this is an amazing video, the YouTube AI will actually recognize it and they'll start pushing it to a new audience. So there's graphs actually, and I can show you on the screen right here, that will go up and then they'll slow down and they'll constantly be climbing like a wave. That's the YouTube AI feeding your content to a different audience. And that's how a lot of people see massive growth. YouTube's a business. They run ads. So when a video is performing well, they're gonna make a lot of money. So like, oh, this video is performing really well. We're gonna push it to this audience. Oh, wow, this audience loved it. We're gonna push it to this next audience. So you see this wave of gradual growth and your video hits 1 million. You're like, whoa. And you're building that momentum for your channel. And what happens next is when the algorithm finds you, people start seeing your older content and start watching your older content, because when that one video blows up, all the rest of your older videos will pop off too.
That was really good information. So is it essentially people finishing the full video? Is it them commenting? Is it liking? Like which specific viewer actions does the algorithm love?
Watch time.
So they want to finish the whole thing.
Yeah, so when you have a viewer watch a video and then go watch your other video, that means they're watching more of your other video. So if somebody just watches your video and clicks off, YouTube doesn't like that. But if somebody watches your video and they watch to the end, wow, I like this video, I'm gonna watch another one. That's why it's important to make good quality content. Because if you make one really good video and then you go back to a bad video, the viewers are like, well, I just watched this amazing video, what is this? You know, so when a viewer subscribes to you, you got to make sure the content is the same level as your other video that performed well, because then they're going to enjoy the next video. And that's what happens is the watch time. YouTube really right now favors watch time.
Okay, what's the difference between having like 2 to 3 buckets and like how do you define that versus a niche?
I have a few buckets. Buckets.
What are they?
Yeah, so a bucket is where you have video ideas. I made Mr. Beast a giant. I made the Hulk a giant. I made Spider-Man a giant. That's one bucket. I put Spider-Man in NBA. That's another bucket. So what you want to do is you want to have your best performing videos. So the best way to find your buckets, in my opinion, is go through your videos and see which ones were the best performing. And then whatever one was performing well, you want to create a bucket around it. If it's not possible, then it's a one-hit wonder. But there's videos out there, you'd be surprised. You're like, whoa, this video did really well. People really like it. Maybe I should do it with another person. And that's a bucket. I did a video similar to Can One Foot Shaq dunk. I made a 5,000-pound player. And can he dunk? You know, like it's interesting. It's the same concept, but I changed it to weight, not height. And that's the same bucket, you see? And since that was my best performing short, that one hit 20 million. You see what I mean? So like buckets is basically video ideas that are similar. So you have one video idea here, and you're gonna add all the lists and video ideas, boom. Here's another bucket, boom. Here's another bucket, boom. And that's what Mr. Beast does too. He has his own buckets, like $1 hotel versus a $1 million hotel. Last to leave the circle wins. He has a lot of buckets like that. He had a new video recently he just posted, I buried myself alive for 7 days. And he did, before he did it for 48 hours. So he's repeating a bucket that he did 2 years ago. That's what he's doing. He's doing buckets. And you basically rotate between these buckets. So you make one video, oh, okay, I'm gonna take a little break for this for 2-3 weeks, and I'm gonna make another really good performing bucket, and I'm gonna keep rotating. And then you can also test new buckets, okay? I'm gonna test this new video style, and if it flops, I'm never gonna do it again, but if it pops off, I'm gonna do it again. The best way to find new ideas is find inspiration from others and put your own twist on it.
We talked about Oko Dre, but you know, just talk about your own ideas and your future. Do you see yourself in a different niche?
It's not that I'm getting burnt out from gaming. I just want to do something more meaningful where I can help people out. Yeah. Gaming is entertainment, but if I can like help people with like fitness and their goals, and like for me, example, I'm overweight now. I gained 50 pounds in the past year. If I go on a journey and say, guys, my goal is to lose 50 pounds in 90 days. Join me on my journey. People will subscribe. I know they will, because people are drawn to a community. Anyone can be a YouTuber. I was not social at all. I was very shy, scared, but I became very confident in myself, and you can too.
With 600,000 subs, could you be there's a term called solo entrepreneur. That means you own your own business, but you're the only one employing your own self. Like, could you be fully independent, not having a job, and just like, that's enough to be self-sustaining?
You can, but you gotta have, I think, the consistency. Like, you don't wanna just have one good month and just quit everything, you know? You wanna make sure it's like, okay, this is consistently making me money, it's paying my bills, I gotta double down on this. Or I can create another channel, make more extra income. But yeah, you can definitely be a YouTuber and make way more than a doctor. There's some YouTubers making $500,000 a month. Like, I wouldn't consider myself a huge YouTuber because I see other people. So there's levels. There's a level of a YouTuber with 1,000 subscribers, which I passed that. Then I got up to 10K, then 100K. When you reach your milestones, you wanna always level your game to the bigger milestone. Like, I wanna hit 1 mil now. You always wanna level up and grow, and not only grow the sub count, but learn how to grow your views, because the views is what pays you.
What was like your favorite purchase that you made to celebrate your own success? Your biggest buy, personal, like, I gotta buy this thing for myself. It's a little reward for all my success.
I bought a nice Nissan Z. I've always been a big fan of cars, and I've had the Nissan 350Z. That car, I don't even drive it. I work too much to not even drive it, but when I drive it, I enjoy it. That's my biggest purchase, in my opinion, that I actually am proud of. And also the fact that, you know, I could support my family, but I don't look at money like that. I'm not greedy. I don't love money. I don't know, money's not like my primary like love, you know? My love is to make content.
So you're doing what you love and the money's following.
Yeah, and when you make money, like, it depends. Some people react different to money, but if you overreact with the money, it could affect you. Because YouTube is hard. Like, you could have a month where it you can generate 30K in a month, and then the next month you'll generate 5K. So you got to be prepared for that, because YouTube is not always like happy days, you know? It's like this. It really is like this. But you want to be like this. You know, you can't be like this or like this. You want to constantly have your uphill and low hill, but you want to be constantly climbing. Like I said, you know, money, that's if you really love money and you're making good money, you're going to get very upset having a bad month, and it's going to affect you, and it's demotivating. That's why you want to make sure you stay to the script and make the best content possible. And if you do that, the money will follow.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. So first of all, thank you for joining Niche Hacks. Our page is really all about interviewing business owners that are successful in their niche. And Andre, thank you so much for joining us. We wish you amazing success. Thanks for joining Niche Hacks, and all Niche Hackers. We're cheering for you as well. Take care.